Good afternoon, this is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I am here at 1121 Hetherview Drive in Oak Park, and I'm preparing to perform a video examination of the main sewer line for Ryan and Allie Steers. The main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that would be underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So I am going to be performing today's examination from the primary main sewer line cleanout. This is here where the pipe exits the structure, out in the driveway, a couple feet out from the garage door here. The front walk is there, and more over towards the right side of the driveway is where this clean out. You see this concrete lid marked sewer. So we're going to drop in. We're essentially going to make a U-turn and run down through the side yard here, past the right side of the house, and then down the back hillside to the public sewer that's at the street below. Now, the line is a modern plastic piping that we'll see when we get in here. It's a combination of a couple different types of plastic. We've got about 4 separate repairs we're going to be recommending here. The first is here in the clean out. You'll see here, you get down here, that pipe is open underneath there. You see all the roots and soil growing in around here. There should be an extension piece with a cap that comes up close to the top of this opening here, so that it can be capped off properly to keep the roots and the soil and all this stuff from getting down into the line. Also to prevent sewer gases from coming up through here. Fairly simple repair at this point, but definitely something that's needed. So as we drop in, we make looks like we're making a 90-degree turn to the left, heading basically straight over to the right side of the property. And then we're going to make a couple of 45-degree turns, start heading down through the backyard. Here's the second of those. Now we're running basically parallel to the house, about 10 feet out, straight to the back. Now the next thing we're going to come up on here is an area where there's some roots that have compromised one of these joints. These modern plastic pipe materials are expected to have a long service life, but they're also intended to be impervious to root intrusions. Put these sections of pipe together. They're either glued or there's couplings that are used, but either method is intended to seal the pipe. So here's that one here, about 47 feet. Now this is located about halfway through the backyard here on the right side, about 4.5 feet deep. I'm going to figure out how to indicate this one. There's an artificial turf there that I'm not able to punch a flag through, and I don't want to paint it. So I may just take a photograph of my markers there on the ground and include that in the written report. But this is something that dictates repair. Alright, we'll continue along here, and then we're going to come up on a section where they've, I'm assuming that it's a section that's been replaced. This white plastic has been replaced here now with a black plastic, which is like an ABS style plastic. And they've installed another clean out here just past the fence there at the backyard. Now if you look closely, you'll see the bottom edge of this pipe is very jagged. And there's a bit of an offset here where these two pipes don't line up very well. Basically what it looks like is that pipe section was not necessarily cut, it was broken. And we've got an area here where there's it's just problematic. It can cause problems with the cleaning blades getting through and things like that if they need it. So it's something that also should be fixed. And there is a clean out there, right there. You see that opening? That cap is at the surface. So that can be used to identify where that is, and that's about 4 feet deep. Alright, so we'll continue. Now we're running down the back hillside. Make a little bit of a turn here. There's another clean out there. I did not see that it was exposed. And then coming up here at about 80 feet, we have another joint in this plastic pipe where there's a pretty large root nugget coming through there. You see the roots along the left side of the pipe there. Again, these plastic pipes are intended to prevent root intrusions or be impervious to roots, so this is something else that would dictate repair. Alright, turning to the left again now, and then we're going to drop down, turn back to the right, and we're changing back to that white plastic. So that's why I think that one section was essentially replaced. Now, we do see some areas where there's some bulges occurring here along the bottom of the pipe. Saw a couple of those already. A little hard to make out with the water flow, but basically what that is, there's an object in the bedding or the support portion that in the trench that holds up the pipe, and that object is pushing up, putting pressure on the bottom of the pipe. It may have had some of those objects actually punched through. That might be why some of those areas have been replaced. Something to monitor in this situation. If there's no actual breach of the pipe, it's not really affecting the function of the system, we're not going to start sanding it up. Alright. Down here we got another section of the ABS plastic. It looks like somebody added another clean out down by the bottom of the hillside. So I'm again speculating that this line would have originally all been this white or what's more of a PVC plastic. And those black plastic sections are repairs. I'm making a funky little jog here to the right and then back to the left, to the left and back to the right. Looks like that's where we're going to connect up with our larger diameter pipe now. We should be running out into the street at this point. Yeah, looks like this is where we're going to make that 90-degree turn into our public sewer, about 150 feet from where we dropped in. Okay, so at this point really what we're looking at are 3 separate point repairs or spot repairs on the pipe. I'll describe where those are, their locations, their depth, how we've indicated them. And then the other thing that should be done is a proper extension piece with a termination cap on this clean out in the driveway. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video portion of the examination for today. Please do refer to my written report for the description of the final findings and recommendations. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.